This is one of those cases that has captured the attention of the entire country and reached all the way to the White House. President Obama said this when he was asked about the case last month.
My main message is to the parents of Trayvon Martin. If I had a son, he'd look like Trayvon.
With us now are CBS News senior correspondent John Miller, a former assistant director of the FBI, and former prosecutor Jack Ford, a CBS News legal analyst. Jack, why second-degree murder?
Here's the thing, Scott. First-degree murder is all about premeditation. What that means is you intend to kill somebody, even if you develop that intention just a split second before you did it and you follow through with it. Second-degree murder doesn't have the premeditation. So you're not intending to kill somebody. You may have intended to hurt them badly, and they die as a result, but it's the absence of that premeditation that drops it down a notch.
John, this case has been under review for weeks, but there seemed to be a rush to get to this news conference today. Why?
Well, two things play into that, Scott. One is, and as Jack points out, they clearly had to have developed some new evidence in their reinvestigation of this that brought them to the level that they could bring a murder to charge where that was not at all clear to police on the first night. But the second thing is, once those lawyers went out yesterday and said, we've lost touch with our client, if you're the prosecutors or the investigators, you're going to say, I want to know where this guy is. I want to put eyes on that place. I want to be able to have him in my hands because we can't have this turn into a fugitive case at this stage.
Now is the time to move from their perspective. Jack, how high is the mountain that the prosecutor has set for herself?
Higher than usual, Scott. Usually prosecution has the burden of proof. Here, there's almost a double burden of proof. They have to prove the elements of second-degree murder, but then they're going to have to deal with this self-defense, the Florida self-defense, the stand-your-ground self-defense, which means you don't have to run if you're in the midst of a conflict before using deadly force. So the defense is going to say that George Zimmerman felt he was in fear for his life, and that's why he resorted to deadly force. And essentially the prosecution is going to have to disprove that inside of the courtroom.
Jack, John, thank you very much for being with us.